Hey, how's it going, all you lovely people at Shutdoor or Door Shutter, coming back to you with a brand new episode of the Direwolf20 1.21 mod pack. And today, we are hopefully going to wrap up Occultism's new updates. And I'm not 100% sure if we're going to be correct on that, but we're okay. So, I am summoning a Madrid demon here, and I'm not sure how this actually works. So, how does this actually function? Oh, is that exactly how it functions? You have to shoot a trident into the ground? Because the reason I had a trident and I shot it is because it says item to use, trident. So I used the trident. I hope that's how we're supposed to do this. Speed this up a little bit. Okay, so you can pick up the trident again. They're bouncing away. Oh, these guys are actually dropping stuff. If they're actually dropping stuff, I would probably want to capture one. Unless they've all died. Nope, this guy's still alive. Yoink. Perfect. Cool. With this guy, I'm actually going to see if we can contain him. And if we can contain him, if this will actually net us anything like the essence. So they've got the same model as the Madrid Crusher, but that's okay. Okay, apparently, quite a while ago, whenever I redid all of this, I put a trash can directly under the hinge. It can interface with that. Everything for the past however many episodes that has been, probably for like about a week or two, everything has been voided. I did not realize that. That is on me. I didn't think about that even being a possibility. But overall, we are golden now. We are actually getting essence from this guy, which is fantastic. So I could get the Ifrit guy as well to come over and put him in a jar. But we should get skulls now. Wither skeleton and normal skeleton skulls, I hope. And that should be beautiful. So, that was just on me. I did not think about it, did not realize it until just now. So, we are golden. Golden, golden, golden. Okay. So, I wish you could, like, pick this guy up and just, like, yeet him into lava. I hate Wandering Traders so much. But that will allow for us to actually get a few more occultism creatures, like the possessed piglin that we find, the zombified piglin. If we were to put him over there, we would get the demonic meat, but there's no real point in doing something like that. But we got this essence, so now we should be able to get blue chalk, which is the reason why we wanted to do this. There's no other use for this, right? Oh, there is. So the tier 4 now requires it, and of course the minor Merid. Perfect. Okay, so it's a good idea to just get that anyway. Alright, already did. Perfect. So, chalk, and yes, I think we are getting skulls. I saw just 4 pop in there. What did I just do with the impure? No, I already grabbed the blue chalk. Perfect, okay. And then we just come over here. So close. And then I'll go enchant it real quick. Okay, so we have the blue. Now what we just need to do is upgrade the rest of these. And apparently I have thrown my Dictionary of Spirits in here. Okay. And so we're going to go to the Fatma's Incentivized Attraction, which is this one. The one we're standing next to. And we should just be able... Make sure the grass is out of the way. I see there's a little bit over there. And right click. And we're missing something. Spirit Attuned. I have a handful of those in here. Let's try that one more time. Perfect. Okay. And I did move this one further out, by the way. Just because I could do that. And I needed space for it anyway. And so this one. Okay, so it looks like we need to upgrade to black chalk. Where is the brush? Is that black? Yeah, that is black. Because right now it is light gray, or just gray chalk. Okay. Perfect. And then the last one, which is this one, which I hope I have enough space for, because I actually pushed this closer to the farm. Looks like we do. We just need to take out some of this before I even attempt it. Okay. And chalk. And erase. And try again. So, Spirit Attuned. Need a couple more of those, it looks like. Perfect. So that is all tiers completed. By the way, the last episode, we did the pink, the light blue, and the green. That would actually allow for you to get this Osirion's Unbound Calling, which allows for you to get a lot of the possessed mobs and the budding amethyst. So that is something I have not really cared too much about, because we've already got all of these guys. It looks like there's actually a silverfish one, which I don't know what this one is. So this is like pottery shards, smithing templates, nothing that we really need, but that's actually really cool that that's an option. A horde husk, template for smithing templates, a dune. So it looks like a very good way to get a whole bunch of those kinds of things. But we got quite a lot of these guys. And it looks like there's now... Nope, that's the wild weak breeze. Is there any other kind of breeze? Yes, we still do have the 3 different tiers. Strong, wild, or strong, weak, and just normal. Okay. But now that we have everything, this is actually really cool. I mean, honestly, the fact that now you only have 3 rituals, I think the sizes are a little ridiculous. In all honesty, I'm not going to lie. But let's figure out what we need to do to get the miner, right? That's kind of what I want to do now, because I want to look at the eldritch miner here. And that shouldn't be too complicated. We just need to get some of this going. So the master miner Merid, and then you need the Efreet, which the Efreet needs the Djinn, and that needs the Foliot. Okay, so we're starting at this tier. Okay, so we need how many here at the end? We need 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. 8 of these. So we're gonna make 8 of these. Okay, and that I do believe is this one here. One thing I do like is the actual shapes of these are the symbols. So you can see square, circle, and like rhombus type of thing. Square, rhombus, circle. See that? That's actually really cool. And I would assume this one kind of makes a similar shape to its actual ritual. Let's actually check this one. I'm not going to place this one, but kind of. It's got the 4 major quadrants with a little bit of stuff in between. It's not as recognizable, but this one's also the same. So it's kind of whatever you find fancy, I guess. So, I don't know. Strange. Anyway, let me get all of these miners, because we're going to need them. And I should have everything for this stuff. Yeah, silver, which requires isnium, it looks like. So maybe I need to go get some isnium. But that shouldn't be too difficult. So let me be right back in a little while. And hopefully, I will have isnium by the time I return. Alright, so we're actually going to build, I think, the very last ritual we really need, which is to get the eldritch miner stuff. But we're not going to be able to craft this right now, but we're going to be able to get the ritual and have it for when we're ready to get the eldritch miners and stuff. So let's get the stuff going. So it's down here, the dragon chalk, the cruelty chalk, and the chalk from the ancients. So cyan, brown, and magenta. I just went ahead and crafted these off camera. It took a minute or two, but that's okay. So the ritual is called the Ronaza's contract, and it allows for you to get reinforced deep slate, which I don't really know what the point of this would be. It looks like you need to sacrifice a warden with it too. So I'm not sure what you would use that for, but that's a thing. Eldritch Miner. So yes, we do have 8 of these. We just do need to get the mining dimension core pieces, which we have not done yet. But we're going to actually start with this. So we need a lodestone. Let's see. And I think it's L-O-E-D, isn't it? Yes, L-O-D-E, not L-E, not O-L-E-D. Okay. I knew what I was thinking. I just spelt it wrong in my head for a second. Anyway, end rod, isn't it? End rod, is that what that's called? I know we also need a copper rod. Or lightning rod, rather. Just do light rod. So this here, a beacon, and an amethyst cluster. Do I have a full amethyst cluster? It does not look like I actually have a full amethyst cluster. That might be the only thing that I have problems getting. So I know we could get a budding certus or budding amethyst, not budding certus quartz. Budding amethyst from this recipe here. So if we were to try, well, no, we need cluster there too. Well, we can actually quickly grab the enchanting table, I guess. And what is this? Iron bars. So I may have to come back in a minute and see about figuring out how I want to get the amethyst. I may be able to just go explore around the world for a second. No, it's just glass pane. This right here. So yes, we are missing a handful of things. Well, actually, we're missing 2 things. What are we missing? Lodestone, end rod, amethyst cluster. Does this have to be a stain? No, it just says glass pane. We got the beacon. We got grass anywhere? Yes, right here. I thought I cleared it all before doing the ritual, but apparently I didn't. Okay, so I just need to get a full-grown amethyst cluster. Let me go, I think, out to this one here. And there is an ocean that we may be able to find some geodes and stuff inside of. And I'm just going to go hunt. I've got a Silk Touch pickaxe, so I should be good. So I'll be back. Hopefully I find something so we can just get this going. I may want to make the budding amethyst. I might want to do that because if I can, I would never run out of amethyst ever again. And that would be fantastic. So let's look at that and I'll be right back. So I'm out here in an amethyst geode and I'm quickly picking up some budding amethyst because of course cardboard boxes are going to save you here. And I do have 1 amethyst cluster. It's the only one that I see here. Every other one just had the small, or the smaller than cluster. And so I'm just going to pick up some of these budding. I keep calling them certus quartz because I'm not used to actually messing with budding amethyst. So budding amethyst, we should be able to attach a growth accelerator to these if I'm not mistaken. And we should be able to actually get a kind of farm going with these. That is fantastic, but we do have completion of the ritual now. So that is beautiful. And, of course, we just need to put down some bowls. So I'm just going to surround this thing with 8 bowls. And that is beautiful. Okay. Not too bad. That didn't take too long. It took about, probably 5-10 minutes. Nothing terrible, so I'm not too upset with that one. I just know I don't ever have amethyst. Amethyst is one of those things that kind of eludes me a little bit. But I think we're actually complete on all of the rituals, right? I do believe so. So this is X-Zeros. Yes, Edger. And what is this one? So this one's probably... Oh, Phoenix Calling, maybe? No, it's Fitzmaws. So Fitzmaws is the second one. And this one... Inverted Tower. Yeah, okay. So we are done with all the Occultism Pentacles, which is awesome, because this took actually quite a bit to get done. Also, I wanted to mention, I did not make just 8 Master Miners, or the Merid Miners. I made 16, so we're actually going to get 2 Eldritch Miners at the end of the day, And I don't really know the difference. That's one thing I do want to peek at real quick. So with the Eldritch Miner, you are getting, of course, raw blocks of whatever, right? Looks like you're getting redstone blocks, you're getting diamond blocks. You're not getting blocks of quartz, though, which is different. So you're technically getting about 2 of them. So that's interesting. You're getting 9 ancient debris. And of course, the weight is the actual amount you could potentially get these items. So, for example, the mining dimension core piece is a 0.01% chance, or 0.01 chance to actually get, not really a percentage. So these are going to be the more common pieces, and that's the exact same thing with the Marin Miner, which we're actually going to have to use these to get this piece. And of course, it's got the exact same weight as that. So leave that to your interpretation, basically. We're going to have to get all of these Marin Miners set up and going before we can do anything else. So one thing we do need, of course, is the Dimensional Mine Shaft, which I have not crafted these yet, but I will go craft these real quick. So we need Other Stone and the Spirit-Attuned Crystals, Gold, and Block of Isnium with a Djinn book. So I need 16 of these. And then, of course, once we get the Eldritch Miner, then we are going to get just 2 of them because we only have 2 Eldritch Miners. Of course, now that we have the Occultism stuff set up and wireless crafting, we could theoretically, quote-unquote, theoretically, set up a system to automate miners if we wanted to. Which is exactly what we're going to do, by the way. Just so that way we can get them much quicker. Basically, it'll have to go from the Foliot tier all the way up to the Eldritch tier, but of course we need those core pieces. So, let's get this going. I think what we're going to do before that point is get into Industrial Foregoing Souls. I think I can, right? Let me make sure I can do this. Because if I can't, then I want to take a step back. Souls. We'll just type this in. So this requires advanced machine frames. Okay, so I cannot do this yet. So we do need pink slime. Okay, so let's divert ourselves once again. Because I want to basically have it to where we can do a mining system that is going to be like end game, right? Of course, we're going to cover some stuff. We're going to cover some stuff like Industrial Foregoing's ore processing system, because I always love messing with that. It's awesome. It just takes a little bit more finagling than most other ore systems, but I want to look at that one. I don't think I want to look at mechanisms, but I do want to look, of course, at occultisms, because that one is going to be 6 timesing everything. But at the end of the day, I believe the max for... what is the max for Industrial Foregoing? Hold on. Okay, I just had to look back at one of my old videos there. And if I'm correct, I don't know if it's been changed, but the max was 5 times with Industrial Foregoing, and that does require ether gas. So, that is an option. But the max that we could do without touching anything like pink slime or ether gas is 3 times. So we'll look at it. I'll probably build a setup and then tear it down later, because I think we're going to go with occultism throughout. But I do want to look at it because I just think it's an interesting concept as well. And I want to update that a little bit and see if anything's changed. So let's get going on pink slime. So how do we want to get pink slime? So pink slime, if you do not know, is made with a mob slaughter factory. And the mob slaughter factory does what it says. It slaughters mobs. It does not drop loot. It only drops pink slime or liquid meat, which we actually do need both of these. I do know as well that depending on which creature you kill, if it's a passive, it drops pink slime more, but if it's a hostile mob, it actually drops liquid meat more, which is an actual interesting thing that I didn't know until I think probably a year or so ago. So we will actually keep up with that information, but we have the mob slaughter factory, and I don't know what I'm doing right now, but we need to make a mob farm. And I don't know how I want to fully do this, or what mobs I really want to spawn. I know right now I have a rabbit in this spawner. What other kind of spawn eggs do we have? Spawn... Wither skeletons, minotaur, magma cube, vex, statue bat, squid, skeletons, shulker, rabbit, So if we wanted to get a production of pink slime, this is the way to go. So let's grab a hyper box. Let's actually look at this mod. Look up hyper box. So it's just one thing that this mod adds. And we're going to pick up this spawner. And we're going to go place this down inside here. We're just going to place it back here. So this is our pink slime production. Let's just do prod. There we go. Okay, so real quick, we're going to just do this pretty fast, but we're actually going to build one more mob slaughter factory because I think since this room for a hyperbox is a little bit weird shaped, it's a 13 by 13 from what I could see, and that makes this a little bit odd for a mob farm. We're still going to get this going, so we're going to make sure we center this. And we're going to go over here. We're going to center this. That's not centered. It's these blocks. This block texture, by the way, is pretty bad because you cannot tell where your actual hitbox, your like actual selector is. So that does cause an issue. So I've got tier 7 upgrades. I think these are excessive. Also, the show area does not work in this room for some reason. I'm not 100% sure why that is, but it just does not. But oh well. So let's grab an ender gate. So we're going to put one here. We're going to put one here. And that should cover the entire room. So now what we're going to do is we're going to grab cobblestone. And we are going to simply place this in the center of the room. So right here. Okay. And we are going to break all those blocks. And so that is directly center in the room. So what we'll see is we want to actually place cobblestone real fast right here because we don't want anything spawning on the top of this. So we're just going to put this down. We're going to send it. And you'll see what'll happen. Everything is dying because it is taking too much fall damage. I forgot I did that. So there is actually a way to decrease the health of entities that are spawning in, which is dripstone. So if we actually grab some quartz and hold those in our offhand and grab some dripstone and just right click, this will actually remove that debuff and will increase their health back to 100. Okay? Just something that's pretty cool they've added. I was using it to take out a lot more. Man, these guys are still dying. Do I need to decrease this? How much health do rabbits even have? Because it feels like I am losing my mind or something. Okay, we will decrease it. I did not think rabbits would die that quickly. Or just from that fall. Okay. Yeah, they're still taking a little bit of damage, but that's okay. I've also forgot to throw the add-ons into these here. So that'll increase the speed at which they operate. So we are getting tons of pink slime. We're getting, yes, tons and tons of pink slime. That is fantastic. And of course, liquid meat. We will make a hostile mob farm with this sooner or later to get more liquid meat. But for right now, I'm okay with this. Yeah. It's cruising. Cruising. So one of the things that, of course, we want to do is probably get a couple tanks of some capacity. I would think a mechanism tank would probably not be a bad idea. Let's actually teach our system that. So, use... And we can actually upgrade these tanks to be a much higher tier that hold quite a lot more fluid than what we actually have access to. What did I just do? Oh. Interesting. I did not know that. If you press P on a pattern, it actually shows you the recipe that which you've put in. Huh. Never knew that. That was accidental. Okay, so we've got the tanks here. So we're going to place one down here, place one down here, and we're going to grab a fluid pipe. Not an item pipe, fluid pipe. And we are going to pipe out... let's actually do ender gate there. Fluid pipe, fluid pipe. Actually, can this actually output to the left here? So, for example, push. It cannot. I was kind of hoping it could. If we actually grab a different kind of tank, could we do this potentially? Because this would make things a lot easier. Okay, it doesn't look like that tank works. Let's try another tank. I think we have like the singularity tanks in here, don't we? So it does not look like it wants to push. Okay. So what we're going to do in that case is we are going to grab a pipe wrench, do this, do that, and then add, we're going to say meat. We're just going to go liquid meat, submit, do this, and then on this side, we're going to do the exact same thing. I guess I didn't really need to take out the fluid pipe, but here we go. And then we're going to do the exact same thing, but with pink slime. We're going to put this here, submit, and then we're going to put the tank here. And so that now leaves us with liquid meat and pink slime storage. So these do store up to 64 buckets, I think. Or is it? No, it's 256. So that is fantastic. We could go for a quantum entangleporter. Quantum entangleporter from Mechanism. This is an option. Let's actually just quickly autocraft this. And grab that. So we're going to say 2 of these bad boys. And we're going to let those craft. Okay, so we are going to just do quantum entangleporter here and here. So we've just placed them. So what we're going to do is we're going to type in here to set our frequency, pink slime. And we're going to click the checkbox, check mark, whatever it's called. And on this, we're going to say fluids. And we're going to say input on the bottom. Okay, we're not outputting, we're just inputting. So we're going to take from there, and we're just going to do that. And we're going to do app pipes. And then, of course, we'll put one of these in the main, actual overworld. So we can then use our AE2 system to store this stuff rather than just how we're doing it now. And this is meat. Let's just say liquid meat there. And we are then going to say the exact same thing. Fluid input bottom. And we're just going to put this here. What did I just do? It's not what I meant to do at all. There we go. And we're just going to do that as well. So that is liquid meat and pink slime automated. Well, liquid meat is kind of questionable. But basically, what we'll do is we can actually get a system over here as well. And that will be kind of the final thing that we'll do. I will, of course, probably need to have a toggle for this sooner or later, or we could just let it run. I think we can do that. Isn't there like a way in the cell workbench to upgrade a cell? So actually could quickly just check this out. Because I do have the ability to make a 256K fluid storage cell. And if I do this and I do pink slime. So this, pink slime, and I were to grab an overflow destruction card, which is exactly what I'm thinking. We'll just get that auto crafting here. And we put this in here. So this will actually, incompatible with this cell. What? Overflow destruction card. What does that even mean? It should not be incompatible. It literally says it's compatible. Okay, we're just going to act like we see that, and we're going to try to ignore it and see if it'll actually still work. Okay, so it's got the overflow. It does say it has an upgrade, so maybe that's just a bug. And then we'll do that with liquid meat. So let's actually just grab one more of these guys. And we're going to say liquid meat. if I can spell here. And we're going to grab an overflow destruction card. Just let that auto craft real quick. I did get the circuits and stuff made up, by the way, for auto crafting. That's how I'm able to do that. I didn't mention that, but I did do that off camera really quick. It's not too bad. But yeah, so this way, what we'll do is we'll go /home and just pop over here. So this is how I did it. Used extended inscribers, so that way we can do more than 64. And each one of these is set to a specific thing. So, of course, 1 to each, so that way we're not causing any issues. But that way we actually can do up to 4 stacks at once if need be. So that is actually really cool. Okay, so let's go down here. Let's get our fluid storage cells in here. And then we're going to go downstairs. And we are going to then... I think we will do that. Let's just do a wireless controller. We're going to do it right next to it, but I just don't feel like running cables. So we're going to snag this. And we are just going to go over in, let's see, let's actually just kind of center this. So we're just going to put one right here. I think that's almost center. Right here, center. And then we're going to grab our entangleporters. And we're going to put one, let's move this down one. Trying to think of the best way to do this, in all honesty. But interface. And that should work. And then we're going to grab our entangleporter. So this one, we're going to go and clear out the fluid side. And then on the same thing on this one, clear out fluid side. And then we're going to set this to pink slime set. And we're going to set this one to liquid meat set. And then we're going to say on the right side for fluids, we're going to output, auto eject. And on here, we're going to say left side, output, auto eject. And that should start getting us liquid meat and pink slime into our AE2 system. Perfect. It's definitely not going to be the fastest method. But overall, we really don't need that much pink slime for what we're about to get into. The liquid meat, of course, we'll make a hostile mob farm for that in the future. But I think we are golden, at least on this side. So I'm going to do this side off camera, and I will be back next episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. This has honestly been a kind of roller coaster of an episode, because we're slowly getting towards ore processing, which the eldritch miners, of course, I probably should get them up and running, but kind of just waiting as of right now. So thank you guys so much for watching. Stay awesome, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. Bye-bye.